Hey there, thank you so much for joining me for this interview.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, this is the beginning of the interview.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just nod your head, go like, uh-huh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
mind would you mind introducing yourself to our watchers?
Yeah, so I actually go by Zachary Dexter Morgan on Facebook.
Bless
Uh,
you.
or
That's a mouthful.
yeah. Listen. I go by Jordota. It's Xordota on DeviantArt. But you can call me Arnie, that's fine. So
This person.
this person, yeah, just call me whatever you want. I really don't care.
I go by hey you half the time, so.
Yeah. Be like, hey.
What and who is your persona?
His name is Daniel. He's a Doberman Pinscher. I actually adopted him, and I forget the name of the person who adopted him, but the person that created it, I think is Vanny. Is that their name? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no clue.
Anyway, he is a cream-colored Doberman Pinscher. Yeah, I've had had many over the years, of course, but this is just the one that ends up sticking. And I'm like, I need a new one, but this is it. I've had him for about 1.5 years now.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's the biggest commitment I've ever been in.
And that's saying something.
Oh yeah.
Is he your only one or do you have more?
I have multiple. I actually have a lot of characters.
Harem.
I hoard. And I'm like, oh, I need to sell something. No, because then I get really attached to the design, and then I can't sell them. And so then I see another one. I'm like, yeah, I need that one too, even though I really don't.
Aren't you glad they're online and not like physically there? To a point.
I would need more bedrooms in my house because I don't think I could physically put them in here. It's a lot. I have a lot.
How did you find out about the furry life and what made you want to join?
Okay.
Story time.
Yeah. I've actually been in it since I was a kid. Maybe about 10 or so. So about 14 years. I thought that I was some kind of child prodigy or something, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm the most creative person on earth. And I started drawing these cat people, and then I don't know, I thought I'd come up with a whole idea, I promise you. And I eventually got, we got our computer or whatever, and I found out about the furry community. I was like, oh shit, there's more. Like, okay, so I'm not special. But I've been in it since about then, and honestly, it's been a wild ride.
When did you become a furry?
Officially or unofficially?
Both?
Yeah, the unofficially, probably about 10 years old. Officially, I found out really about the community when I was 12 or 13, something like that.
Sorry, I lost my place in my question. I have it all on my phone as like screenshots.
So your script right now?
It is. It's just a list of these questions. How has your experience been since being a part of this fandom?
I've heard so much like negativity about it. I really have. And especially like my family's like, oh, they're all horrible. But I've had a lot of times in my life where it was like, suicidal tendencies and whatnot. And if it hadn't been for like the fandom, because the people in it, I mean, I honestly probably would not be here today. It's been an experience. Some not so great, but mostly it's been pretty fucking fantastic.
On a side note, what is that you're slapping?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have it is a my earbud case.
Okay.
No.
No, I have ADD, so my distraction is like what is that?
Yeah.
It's like I hear you, but it's like, what is that?
And so it's just something that I'm toying with.
Near fine. I was just like, I had to know. Well, I didn't have to. I wanted to.
Yeah.
Have you had any embarrassing moments while being a furry?
Embarrassing.
Any oohs?
Like, have I had anybody try to like?
Well, anything embarrassing to you. It could be. I mean, you stub your toe. That could be embarrassing. It's up to you yourself.
See, I personally was never really like that. But I've had people in my inbox with the typical, creepy stuff, and I'm just like, oh, can you please not? Like, I've had people with the furry, like, drawers out, and their nether regions. That's what we're going to call this for this video.
Your crotchels.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, oh, nope, not having that. But really, I have not experienced anything crazy. Most people are not like that, so thank God.
Well, that's only because you haven't gone to the 18 plus.
I think it's because I stay away from all these sites. Like, I just stay on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, this is my sanctuary.
What is one thing you dislike about the fandom? And only one, not like 20.
I got you. The one thing that I dislike about it, there are, and I mean, it's not just in the fandom in general. Like, I mean, I know this. I understand this is in every community, everywhere. But there are a lot of really immature people.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's people. I mean, there's bewares everywhere. Like, if you've ever looked at somebody, not looked at somebody funny or said something they took it the wrong way, you've got bewares on you. More than likely, it's ridiculous. I've seen ones that held no kind of any substantial evidence, but it's just, I don't like all the bewares. Like, some, I get it. I'm like, yeah, that's not right. But I don't know.
They're just trigger happy.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it, actually.
Not the gun way, but it's like you make one thing, I'm triggered.
Yeah.
They're trigger happy.
Yeah. It's...
I mean, I won't even comment anything about trans anymore, just because even a positive comment, and it's like all hell breaks loose.
And the funny thing is I am. And I see a lot of the crap that goes on. And, and it gets me so much because everybody they're not, it's usually the people who's defending us that are saying, oh, blah, 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 they're not even trans. But then those same people will have sexualize, fetishize, like, all these trans characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, our identity is not for you fetishized. Like, that's not right. But yeah, no, I can't tell you. Like, I've said some things too, to try to clear up the air, and then they'll be like, oh, you're just transphobic. I'm like, yeah, Okay, like that is definitely what's going on right now. Like,
It's like all I want to do is say you
myself.
have a cool Sona, but anytime
Yeah,
someone says something positive, it's like, oh my God, blah blah blah. It's like I'm gonna back away. I get to see it, but I'm gonna back away.
yeah. No, I've had people call me transphobic, which doesn't make sense because I'm trans. But I don't know. Like, I'm like, whatever, I'm done. But yeah, so immaturity.
Yeah.
That's definitely the one thing I don't like.
Then I'll go ahead and just say that answers my next one about if you could change something about the fandom. See?
Yeah, I have a low patience tolerance. Like, I have a low tolerance. Like, I don't know. Like, I just can't do it.
I can be the most patient person in the world, but the moment you hit like just a certain key, it's like, nah, bruh.
I know people probably see me pushing my glasses up. They like to slide, so I'm sorry.
Well, it's because the way they're gonna slide into your DMs after this. See?
Oh God. Oh God. They're gonna be like, "You were so terrible." I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably right," but I really don't.
It's the kettle calling the coffee black. Or if that's considered racist, the rainbow calling the rainbow rainbow.
I thought it was the kettle calling the pot black.
You know what I'm talking about. Words. I'm tired.
I'm talking words.
Something about black and calling things that. There we go.
But it's not racist.
Exactly.
By the way,
because they're inanimate objects.
Yeah, when they're actually black.
See?
I don't know. I've never heard anybody say it's racist.
Well, again, it's another trigger happy thing.
But I'm also from the South, so I don't know. There's a lot of people here that don't consider a lot of things racist.
I mean, I call all white people crackers, and I'm white.
Crackers.
Well, we're all Ritz, you know? Gotta be kosher.
Kosher.
Let's say that you are not at all socially awkward or shy, and you met someone who has never heard of the fandom. How would you describe it to them?
Support group, I guess. It's. I've actually had to explain it to people, and this is so weird. Like it's so like difficult for me to think about because I actually have.
So it's not like a in the moment kind of thing.
Yeah, but no, it's not sexual.
Mostly.
Okay. Parts of it are. I take that statement back, but mostly not sexual. But it's definitely about support and being there for one another. It's about friendships. Like, damn, like all my friends that I have now, I've met, I think, through the fandom. Like, and when you don't have people, and a lot of people are like, well, I don't really talk to anybody in person. It's much easier to talk to people, if you can't bring yourself to talk to people, in person. There's a whole community, like online, a whole bunch of people, and they will be there for you, even if you don't want them to sometimes.
And that's how you get them stalkers.
Yeah. It's good though. I don't regret ever having found out. So yeah.
If you had a warning to give to those who are just starting out or who haven't joined the fandom yet, what would it be?
Don't ever look up furry and sexy together. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's the truth.
Halfway kidding.
Or bulges. I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't ever look that up either. Don't always look at somebody's, profile or whatever before you really talk with them, because there are, like and not in the community. There are people that you really shouldn't mingle with, but I mean, the warning really is just be careful who you talk to, because I mean, if you're talking to somebody online, even if they're like in a fursuit, you don't really know who that person is.
A sweaty individual.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Just be careful of the people who are out there trying to, do all the sexual stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, I guess, but there are some bad people who are doing that. But I don't know. I would just say don't look up sexy furries.
That works. Unless you're 18 or older and you've been in the fandom for at least 6 months, because then you're kind of numb to it.
Oh yeah, and definitely beware of toxic people too. There's a lot of those.
My God, people, please stop messaging.
They're trying to love you.
No, they want to be in another interview, and like, bruh, I am doing an interview. Back the fuck up. No, that's mean. Don't back up. Turn around and look where you're walking so you don't trip.
And then take a few steps back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean. Just give me a little bit of space. I'll get to you. What would you say was one of your best or favorite moments have been? Oh my God, I just messed up that whole sentence. Hold on. What would you say were your best or favorite moments have been since being in the fandom?
My best moments?
Favorite or best? Or both?
Oh my God. So I have this small group of friends. It's Risa, Bobby, and Sarah. I'm not going to list, the rest of their names, but they are like, I don't talk to them very much anymore, which sucks because, but we're all busy. But we have had some conversations, and I met all of them in the furry fandom. Like, it's great, but these conversations have gotten so inappropriate. And it's, I honestly think my best conversations have been with these people. I mean, other than just talk. Oh my gosh. I actually did get a fursuit, like the head, that was pretty cool. It's in my car. I'm really not feeling like digging it out. But
no, you're fine.
Thinking about giving it to my niece, actually, because she just started the fandom. So, but yeah, those have been, I don't know. I mean, and then there's a lot of there's a lot of self-promoting, but I mean, even my friends have promoted my art. I've gotten like so many compliments for my art that I never thought I would get, and it's made me a lot more confident in it. So that's also really cool. I mean, I'll shorten it there, but yeah, there's a lot, too many to just individually name.
How has being a furry changed since before you joined the fandom? Want me to reword that?
No, I'm just thinking I was.
Okay, because I've had some people get confused because I'm bad at words.
I don't really. I mean, yeah, I guess. I was getting bullied a lot, and I didn't have any friends. Still don't have any friends.
Feels.
Yeah, but yeah, it was rough because I had pretty rough childhood. Parents fought all the time, and so when I found the community and I started making all my friends, I could vent, and so it was I could get the stress out. I didn't have to hold it all in. So, yeah, it's
Enlightening.
very different. Yeah. Like I was a very sad, pitiful child. But yeah.
And everyone, like half the audience is like, me too.
Yeah, same, bro. Like it's pretty rough. So maybe, hey, the fandom could be for you.
If you're, you join.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be your friend. It's fine.
Yay! So they can't say it, so I'll say it for them. Yay! I know that was a pathetic yay. I'm tired. I'm sorry. What is your opinion on fursuits?
I'm indifferent. Like, I personally don't have one. And, I mean, I'm not saying, like, I don't know. Like, I don't really want one myself because I'm a broke bitch.
Preach it.
They were expensive as fuck. But, I mean, I know why. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into them. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be expensive. But, no, like, if people want to wear them, they can wear them. People want to use them as mirror suits. That's, like, can we say the word sex? That's sex suits. Like,
18 plus suit.
Who don't know. Yeah, like, that's what they are. That's what a mirror suit is. But, I don't really care what people use them for. If you're using them for the latter, God, please wash it. Like,
inside and out.
Even if you're not using it for that, please wash your fursuit. Like, please don't go to a con smelling like mildew or something. But, I mean, that's...
I mean, compared to some of the smells, mildew is, like, the best choice.
I don't know. Mildew drives me crazy. But I'm really sensitive to smells, too, and body odor, mildew. Now I'm just sounding like an asshole. I am. But
basically, wash your shit.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't really have a negative or positive opinion on it.
Have you gone to any fur cons or cons in general? And if so, what are your thoughts on them?
No. I have really bad social anxiety. Medicated, getting ready to get rid of it. But my thoughts on cons, I know you said if so, but I mean, I still give whatever. I think that's a good way for people to meet up, and friends online who thought they would never. Because if your parents are anything like my parents, they're like, oh, you'll never meet your online friends. And that's not necessarily true. You can, but you got to make it happen. You can't just sit around and expect it to, But a lot of people like to meet up at the cons. And I think it's a good way to, have fun, celebrate with your friends, and meet new people, show off your art, show off your persona, whatever.
Buy merch.
Exactly.
Go into debt.
Support the artist. Yeah.
What is the worst encounter or interaction you've had with another furry?
There was a girl. I had a character a while. Well, still have this character. She was. I bought her for a good chunk of change. What's chunk of change? It was like maybe 150, something like that. It's the most I'd ever spent on a character, and I was younger at the time. I was like, expensive to me. It kind of is. I got bills, but yeah, and this girl was claiming that I had stolen my character, and she was trying, because the creator forgot she had sold her. It was a mess. But I was like, how do you forget? Whatever.
Especially with money.
So she tried to buy that character knowing that I had already, like, owned it or whatever, just to spite me. But I eventually got the proof of where I paid for it, and the creator was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, let me take this off. Like, I forgot. Like, I don't blame her. Whatever, people forget. But yeah, she had a really nasty attitude. But that was really the only, like, negative experience I've ever had. And it wasn't like somebody just, I don't know, I've never really had characters, like, straight up stolen, or never had my art traced or anything like that. So I don't know.
What is it to you that makes the fandom so appealing?
I think it's this, something similar. You know, the support. The characters are nice. They're pretty cool to look at. A lot of them are pretty neat. Until I end up buying all of them. Yeah, they're.
I got some you can buy.
Look, send me a link, and I'll take a gander. I'll let me look this over.
I made Burbadots.
Way too broke to be buying things that I know I'm gonna buy. But yeah, I mean.
Well, like I tell my mom, get back on the corner, make me more money.
Go hike up a leg. It's fine.
Don't worry, we all know you here.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, social support, friends. Like, I didn't know you until, what, like 2 o'clock? And now look at us. Talking like we're best pals.
I know, you're already annoyed of me. It's okay. You get used to it. I whittle you down until you just give up.
Do you give up?
Basically, that's how Leonard got Penny to marry him. Same thing, just without marriage.
Without marriage.
I got too much debt. I can't marry anyone.
Same.
See?
Yeah, so before you think about hopping in my DMs, I'm broke.
When you start owing, you know. Which animal do you think is the most overused for a persona, and why?
Wolf. I can say that without skipping a beat. It's like
everyone has said that up to now.
It's the only question I didn't have to think about. Like, that is it. Wolf, a fox, cat. Yeah, those three. Those three are. There was the second part of their question, wasn't there?
No, just what and why to you?
Why? Why? I think it's because it's a wolf. That's why it's a wolf.
Hey.
And everybody's like, oh, like.
Hey, the most simplest answers are the best.
They look easier to draw than a flamingo or an elephant or some other shit. So we're going with a wolf. And I think there's like, especially with, it's more popular with new people than it is with the
new and young furs.
Yeah. Just, I think it's a lot because there's like a lot of free like line art and bases and stuff that you can use. I don't know.
What do you think is a good way to help the community get a better reputation to those who might not understand?
You mean like to improve the reputation, or
yes. To make it more positive in general?
Stop being some toxic motherfucker. No.
That's why you wear a condom.
No, that's just why you don't be a random asshole. I say don't be an asshole, but I'm thinking of all the times like I have been, like I'm part of the problem, not the solution.
It's just that whole join us.
Yeah, like one of us, one. But yeah, I really think that we need to tackle people, not like physically, but like
I mean, if you want.
we need to tackle the problem that we do have in the community, which is the fact that a lot of people, I say a lot of people, but it really is just some people, do use it to take advantage of the young people, and they do prey on people in there. If we could better get wraps on that, then I don't think that it would be as bad. Um, that's usually the biggest problem that I hear from people is that they're because, and it's not even that there are that many in the community. It's just that the media only covers the negative aspects of it. It's you don't really see. You know how you see the tip of the iceberg, but then most of it's underwater.
Oh yeah.
That's what that is. It's the tip of the iceberg. Like you can't judge the whole community based off that. So I really think we also need to stop strictly paying attention to all the negative stuff that the social media posts and find out for yourself, you know?
Or just be me and just don't pay attention.
Yeah. I ignore everybody. I just shit post and post memes and art, and it's working so well. I haven't had any serious issues.
What is your opinion on the stigma people have about the fandom? And yes, I said a big word.
A big word? Did you?
Stigma.
I think that goes back to the social media. The reason people think that it's bad, because I know what it is. There's usual stereotypes. You have, all furries are sex addicts, or all furries are into bestiality, or furries are pedophiles, and that goes back to the negative media coverage that it does have. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think in order to stray from that, the best thing to do is, of course, just to look into it for yourself. I mean, if you see something negative, you can always find something positive. It's really not that hard. Like, per negative thing, I guarantee you there's like 50 positive things.
How do you react to hate?
Like, if I receive hate?
Yes. Like if any haters go at you.
Oh, I don't give two shits. I've been dealing with bullying and stuff my whole life, so it's like, I guess the best way, because I mean, imagine the question is regarding like how I handle it so that somebody else might be able to handle it a certain way, right? So if somebody was receiving hate, because honestly, I ignore it, like I really don't care. Like I think it's fucking hilarious. But I would say if somebody is coming at you with hate, the best thing to do is just ignore them. If they message you or try the archive, look, get rid of the conversation.
Delete it.
Delete it. It has an option. I promise you. If they post negative commentary, delete it. You do not have to respond. I do just because I like to mess with them. I have a blast with it. You can do something like that. I mean,
the troller becomes a trolley.
Well, I'm very like argumentative and headstrong, and I don't know. I like being a jackass sometimes, and then I'm like, well, here's an excuse to be one, so that's what I go for. Like, I'm not gonna go pick on some random poor person. Like, no, you're it, buddy.
No, you can pick on me as long as you pay.
That's fine.
Last question. Would you be offended if someone slapped you with a pancake?
No. I would be,
See, I tripped you up because you thought I was going to be all serious until the end.
I would wonder about their sanity. But offended, I would be mad that they didn't put syrup on it first.
You'd want syrup all over you?
So that's a fetish to some people. I mean, I'm not saying it's mine.
I didn't even want to comment. I was just going to wait.
But I mean, that's food. Like,
and nummy food.
I'm going to eat that. Like, please. Okay? If you're going to give me food, I'll eat. Yes. If that answers your question, yes.
Now we know for some of those people, slap her with a pancake. Num num.
Please.
So, do you have any last comments or suggestions you want to make?
No, I think I'm good. I'm pretty sure these people are sick and tired of hearing me and seeing me push up my glasses and popping this and.
Well, they got to put up with me like with all the fucking videos, so they're tired of me first.
It's god awful. Don't look at it. It'll make you like. I literally see in like another dimension when I look at those things sometimes.
Just wait for Cthulhu.
No, like if you look at it long enough, it'll stack up. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's much closer than it is sometimes.
It reminds me of like that metal, those things on the back of a truck.
Well, it's little bitty squares. I don't know. I can't look at it. It hurts my eyes.
Yeah, it's close enough. Anyway, thank you so much for. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just
start speaking Somali and see if they can understand you.
At this point, I can't even understand myself.
Oh, Herbie.
But yeah, thanks for taking the time and just stuff and to do this. Because
You're
I
welcome.
Totally fucking talk.
Boring.
See you next time.
Yes, you have a great day. Get some sleep.
Right? I'd like to make a shout out for my supporters over on Patreon, Buddy Scoobert, Bimbo Bambo, and Asset Fitzgerald. If you'd like to join in on the bandwagon, go on over. The link is in the description box.